Guten Abend, Erev Tov. Good evening to everyone. We find ourselves in the Dvar Malchus weekly shir, and as everyone sees, it's we're in the midst of the days of Adar, the happy and joyous days of Adar, increasing in our joy from moment to moment, as we're instructed in the Jewish Code of Law and the Shulchan Aruch, and this is the the costume that we see tonight. Baruch Hashem. Everyone is also invited to put on their own costume in honor of in order to increase our joy, at least at the time of the shir. Afterwards, every day the Rebbe says at least 2 minutes that we should designate for listen to sing and to dance in order to increase in our joy and happiness. It's very easy today. We don't have to go and to find a live band. We have everything recorded. All we have to do is press a button, and we have music in the house, and then we can sing and dance. For those that are able to stand up and to dance, it's even more praiseworthy. Those that are not able for the moment to sing and to dance standing up, you can sit down and you can dance in your place. And this is the main thing, to increase in our simcha, increase in our joy. This is the directive in the month of Adar, and this is what we're getting together for tonight and every day of Adar, to go and to nullify any non-positive, any negative factor in the material world, as we're told in the Shulchan Aruch, that something that is forbidden, something that gets mixed. A mixture there's a mixture of that one part is 60 parts against the one part that fell into the mixture. So the 60 parts nullifies the other part that fell into the mixture, and therefore, when we're talking about anything that is undesirable, anything that is not positive, these 60 days of the 2 months of Adar, 30 days of Adar Rishon, and 30 days of Adar Sheni, nullify anything that is unpleasant, undesirable. Definitely, we call upon Hashem, since we're already into the 25th day of Adar Rishon, which is also, we want to mention the Yom Huledes, the birthday of Rebbetzin Chaya Mushka, the Rebbetzin of the Rebbe Shlitah Melech HaMoshiach, that we're celebrating tonight. We want to call upon Hashem and say, we're already almost into the Shabbos Mevorachim, the Shabbos that we bless, the new month of the second Adar. It's already enough. All the unpleasant, all the undesirable, all the terrible things that have been going on that we haven't been able to go and to see with our eyes of flesh and blood. The goodness of Hashem on a revealed basis, and especially the battle, the war that we're in the midst of, not only here in Eretz Yisrael, but the entire Jewish nation all over the world. Technical difficulties. You know what? It could be, when technical difficulties, could be that we need to, hold on. I know. I believe I know. We'll go to audio settings, and we'll go back to there. We were on the beta live performance audio, but now we're back to Zoom background noise removal, and hopefully everything should be fine, because when we're in a live audience and it's a real-time audio, so it slows down the internet wave band. So I don't know if it was slowing down just by me or by everyone else. But we're getting back to the fact that this is where we ask, and Hashem tells us to demand, that all the non-positive things that are going on in the world, especially in Eretz Yisrael, should come to their culmination immediately, and we should see only the good and the happy and the joyous, revelation of the Rebbe Shlitah Melech HaMashiach on a good and revealed basis with the third and the eternal. Okay. So if it's good now, so we don't have to change anything. But if it was good then, it was also okay. The revelation of the Rebbe Shlitah Melech HaMashiach with the third and the eternal Beis HaMikdash, and it should be mainly Teichef Umiyad, Mamish, 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 and this is what we're asking from Hashem, and this is what we're told to demand from Hashem, because this is what Hashem wants us to do. Not only to pray and to ask, but to demand. And this is what Hashem is asking us to do. And this is what we're doing. And Hashem hears and listens to all our prayers. And it should be done in Teichef Umiyad Mamish, immediately now. Amen. In the Dvar Malchus, we find ourselves in the hard copy, page 365, which represents the days of the year, 360, the solar year, 365, in Ois Ches, letter 8. Whoever finds themselves in the PDF file online, so the PDF file, it's page 11. And again, it's page 11 in the PDF file, in Ois Ches, letter clause, or letter A, Ches, 8. That's the right-hand column. And the Rebbe goes on to say as follows: Al pi ha'omer le'el, according to what we mentioned before, yesh levar ha'kesher v'ha'shaychus d'shiva ba'adar le'parshas tetzaveh. We need to connect. We need to explain the connection and the bonding of the 7th of Adar to the portion of Tetzaveh. The concept of the 7th of Adar, Leidas Moshe Hu Yisrael, the birth of Moshe Rabbeinu. This is Yisrael because Moshe Rabbeinu represents the entire Jewish nation. V'izgabrus mazolim shel Yisrael, and the strengthening of the fortune or the source of the neshama, as we've been learning till now, of the Jewish nation. Bari v'takif mazole. Health, the fortune or the revelation of the soul of the Jewish nation is bari v'takif, is healthy and assertive, is strong. The assertiveness and the strength of the essence of the soul to give itself over, totally devote and give itself over to Echad, to Hashem, who is one. Merumas b'ascholas parshas Tetzaveh is hinted to at the beginning of the portion of Tetzaveh. The ato Tetzaveh is bnei Yisrael, and you command the children of Israel, v'yikchu elech Hashem en zayzach, and they should take unto you pure olive oil, kosis lamar, the first squeeze, the virgin oil, olive oil, for the illumination of the Beis HaMikdash, illuminating, in other words, lighting the golden candelabra, l'halis ner tomid, in order to go and to bring up, like we said before, to light the perpetual candle, which is the golden candelabra, then in the tabernacle, in the Mishkan, and later on in the Beis HaMikdash, as we will see it here in the Beis HaMikdash Shlishi v'Anitzchi immediately now. Ato, the Rebbe relates to the word ato, you. Koi al atzmos de Moshe. This speaks about the essence of Moshe. Etzem haneshama, mazel, the essence of the soul, or as we said, that which is defined by the word mazel, which is literally fortune, but in our context, we're talking about the essence of the soul of each and every one. Shalamayla mishem. This is something which is at a level of revelation of Hashemliness, which stands even higher than any name that can express Hashem in this world. V'avav deve'ato and the letter vav of the word ve'ato and you, meira al hamshocha. This constitutes the drawing down. This constitutes the drawing down of the Hashemly revelation. Shemrumezes b'tzir de'es vav, which is hinted to in the figure, in the form of the letter vav, because the letter vav has a little yud, on top, and then it has a longer leg. It's called regel in Hebrew. It has a longer base or leg that draws it down, not only as it stands, the yud with the small cuts, with small thorn coming out from the back, but it's drawn down even longer. And this represents the drawing down of Hashemliness into the material world. The letter Vav. Meha'atzmus, where is it drawn down from? From the essence of Hashem, Mazel. This is, as we said before, the word Mazel, the essence. The Moshe Liyos of Moshe Rabbeinu, in order for Moshe Rabbeinu to be Titzaves B'nai Yisrael, in order for Moshe Rabbeinu to go and to command the children of Israel, B'efen shel tzavta v'chibur, not only command, as the word literally means Titzave, but also, as we mentioned earlier, Titzave also means to go and to connect. And so this is where the power for Moshe Rabbeinu to connect the Jewish nation with Hashem is coming from. Where does it come from? It has to come from a higher level of Hashemliness, of godliness, which is above any name that we know that Hashem expresses and is called by here in this mundane creation. It comes from that source of the essence of Hashem, which is above any manner of expression in any name. Tetzave miloshen tzavta im b'nei Yisrael. This is what forms the unity and the bond between Hashem and the children of Israel. And this brings about also the increase of the mazel, of the fortune of the Jewish nation. The fortune of the Jewish nation is healthy and is strong, is assertive. That we will have by us the revelation of the strength, the revelation of the assertiveness of the essence of our souls, the etzem of our neshama. And through this, and through this, we, the Jewish nation, will take unto Moshe Rabbeinu a pure olive oil, virgin olive oil, the first squeeze of the oil, lamar, for the illumination of the menorah. This hints to the concept of giving over one's life to sanctify Hashem's name. As our rabbis of blessed memory teach, that the olive gave up its life, literally gave over its life for the holiness of the Holy One, blessed be He. And this is the concept of the virgin olive oil, the first squeeze of the olive, and the first drop of oil that comes from the first drops of oil that come from the first squeeze of the olive. As the saying of our rabbis of blessed memory, Nimshalu Yisrael Lazais, that the Jewish nation, we, the Jewish nation, we are analogous to the olive. We are compared to the olive. That just like the olive we cannot extract its oil other than through crushing it. So also on different levels, the best and the most purest and greatest oil energy that we possess is extracted from us from above, specifically when we are put through tests, trials, tribulations. This is what raises us to a higher level and brings forth the more pure olive oil that we possess within each and every one of us, the godly faculties that we possess within us. Hashem should have Rahmanas on us, and He shouldn't have to crush us. And the greatest trials and tribulations shouldn't be anymore, and we should be able to go to serve Hashem mitoch simcha v'tuv levav, in a manner of joy and happiness, without all the tests and trials and tribulations and challenges of life. For the oil is not extracted, like we said before, from the olive only through kesisa, through crushing the olive. So also we see that when we, the Jewish nation, when we are in the course of serving Hashem, comes the oivdei kechovim umazolis, comes those the Gentiles that serve the stars and constellations, the chayftinoisam mimokim limokim, and they sort of push us or bat us from place to place. And this is the concept chulu. I know, and this is the concept of golus, when we find ourselves being batted from one venue to another venue, from one country to another country. We find ourselves finally in a country that accepts us, and they're very and they show goodness and kindness to us, and all of a sudden everything turns around, and they tell us to leave their country. These are the things that we've been experiencing for the last 2,000 years almost. This is the kosis, this is the crushing that the Rebbe is speaking about, that our rabbis of blessed memory speak about. Hainu, the Rebbe explains, shall yedei tsar v'yisurei golus, that through the pain and the torture of golus, and it should only be in the context of torture, but it shouldn't be literal torture of the exile. Through this is revealed the strength and the severity, the etzem hanashama, of the essence of the soul of every single Jew. This is the concept of oil, zach, pure, lamor, for the illumination of the menorah. Shemen, oil, shafilu ata me'arvei b'chol hamashkin, that even if we go and we mix it in any of the existing liquids, sheba'elam, that exist in the world, oil always floats above any other liquid. Zach, pure, bli shmorim, that in other words, it doesn't have any yeast. All the yeast goes down, and the oil floats up. Lamor, for the illumination, shalamayla mi'er, which is a beautiful concept. What is lamor? It doesn't only mean for the sake of illuminating, to light up the surroundings, but it means an additional concept, that this is lemaila mi'or, that this is an illumination which is above light. In other words, we're drawing down a light which is above and beyond any light that we experience here in this mundane world. And all this is for what purpose? In order to go and to have the perpetual candle ascend, to the perpetual lights of the candelabra to go up. Just as the oil illuminates, so also the holy temple, the Beis Hamikdash, illuminates the entire world. Shenemar, as it states, the Holchu Goyim Le'erech, as it states in the prophet Yeshayahu, Isaiah, that the nations shall go in they shall go in the path of our light. Therefore, nikru aveseinu zayis ra'anan shehem me'irim lakel. Therefore, our forefathers, what nickname have they earned? How have our forefathers been called? Zayis ra'anan, a refreshing olive, shehem me'irim lakel, because we give light to the entire creation, to all the nations of the world. Then the Rebbe goes on, page 366. The Rebbe goes on and says as follows: Hainu shetachlis hakavonahi. In other words, that the goal of the intention and the goal is leibeinyan amasius nefesh. Not in a manner that we give over our souls, in a manner that the soul leaves the world, chas v'sholem, ela adarabba. But how much more so, the Rebbe says, that the existence of Moshe and the children of Israel and the Jewish nation, and you, Moshe Rabbeinu, you will command the children of Israel, etzem hanashama, the essence of the soul, shemen gomer, oil, zach gomer, pure, lamor, for the illumination, or that which is above any light, like we just learned. Tumshach v'siskale v'soir ba'elam. It shall be drawn down, revealed, and it will illuminate the world. Kamudgash b'leidas Moshe b'shiva ba'adar, as is also stressed in the birth of Moshe Rabbeinu on the 7th of Adar, of the Hebrew month of Adar, sheizgarbus hamazal, that the increase of the fortune, or the etzem hanashama, the essence of the soul of the Jewish nation and of Moshe Rabbeinu, the Moshe v'Yisrael, also Moshe and also Yisrael, who be'efen is in a manner shenimshach u'mizgale, that it is drawn down and reveals and is revealed b'shivas yemei abinyan, in the 7 days of the building of the creation. Kanizka Seifim Vav Zayin, as we mentioned earlier in clauses 6 and 7, letters 6 and 7. The Rebbe ends off this seif and says, parsha. And similarly, we find at the end of the parsha of Tetzaveh, that we are commanded to make an altar miktar teres, in order to bring up the frankincense. This is where we're talking about the golden altar inside the Mishkan, and this is in order to go and to burn the frankincense, to bring up the smoke and the fragrance of the frankincense. V'hikter alav Aaron, and Aaron shall bring upon this altar keter samim, frankincense, babaker, in the early morning, beitive esaneres, when he goes and he adjusts, or he fixes the wicks of the candelabra, meaning that he makes sure that all the wicks are in place and the oil is in place. Uvehalis Aaron asaneres, and when Aaron goes and kindles the lights of the candelabra, bein arbaim yaktirena, this is done. The Ktores again is done before sunset. The Ktores, the frankincense, again is set upon the golden mizbeach, the golden altar. She'inyan Ktores, for we know that the concept of the frankincense is shemire al hiskashus vischabrus. It connotates connection and joining the etzem hanashama im hakadosh baruch hu, of the essence of the soul with the Holy One, blessed be He. Be'efen shebechad ktira iskatarna, in a manner that bekesher echad iskasharti, that we form one knot, one bond with the Holy One, blessed be He. This is speaking about also a quote from Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai before his soul, so to speak, per se, went up to heaven. So he said that bechad ketira is katarna, that with one knot I am tied with Hashem. Nimshach, and ketira, the knot also is it connotates the ktoros, which is the frankincense, and the concept of bond and connection, because this is the concept of a knot. So we see that the frankincense forms and it joins and forms a bond between us, the Jewish nation, and Hashem. Nimshach umizgale umeir ba'olam, and this bond and this knot is drawn down and is revealed in the world al yedei haneres, through the lights of the golden candelabra in the Beis Hamikdash, and it should be teichef umiyad mamish, immediately now, with the revelation of the Rebbe Shlitah Melech HaMoshiach and the lighting of the candelabra. It states that the kindling of the lights does not have to be by a Kohen. So therefore, there's no question that Aaron HaKohen will give the honor of lighting the golden candelabra to the Rebbe Shlitah Melech HaMoshiach, despite the fact that the Rebbe is from the tribe of David, the Shevet Yehuda, the tribe of David HaMelech. Nevertheless, the kindling of the candelabra can be done through someone who is not a Kohen, and therefore we should merit seeing the Rebbe Shlitah Melech HaMoshiach kindling the lights of the candelabra, the golden candelabra, in the third, the Beis Hamikdash HaShlishis VaHanitzchis, and the eternal Beis Hamikdash Teichef Umiyad, mamish, immediately, literally now. Yichi Adonenu Moreinu V'Rabbeinu HaMelech HaMoshiach Chai V'Kayim L'Olam Voed. And we also want to thank all our supporters and the main host of our shir, the Haber family, Rav Moshe and his Rebbetzin Chaya, and also for the Zoom connection to the Kaplan family, Yisrael Ber and his Rebbetzin. And the main thing is, as we see, we're celebrating all the joyous holidays, the holiday of the Rebbetzins Yom Holedis, the Rebbetzins birthday. Everyone is invited for whatever happy occasion or Chalila, otherwise a yortzeit, to go into give they have the opportunity to go and to be hosts and supporters of the shir. And the main thing is that the main concept of the shir should be fulfilled, the revelation of the Rebbe Shlitah Melech HaMoshiach, immediately now. Yichi Adonenu Moreinu V'Rabbeinu HaMelech HaMoshiach Chai V'Kayim L'Olam Voed. Amen.